Hello everyone, welcome back. Like I said in my last Kringle video when we were talking about this one, we started Happy Home Paradise today. I only am gonna end up showing you doing Eloise's house. I did like 6 houses so far. Don't worry, you're not missing anything. They're absolutely nothing to look at. The only one that I actually did effort for was Eloise's. Everybody else just had their required items slapped down, maybe a new coat of paint inside, and that's it. It's just very bare bones because we're trying to speed run 30 houses to redo the homes on our island. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. The other thing that's happening today when I'm sitting down to record this, it is Super Bowl Sunday. Do I care? Not really. I'm not a football person. You can make the joke, oh, you're a gamer girl, you don't care about sports. No, I actually do kind of care about sports. I care about hockey. Other than that, not a huge fan. I kind of care a little tiny bit about baseball, but I think it's boring. I'm not a fan of watching basketball, but like my cousin's husband, he is such a basketball person. He like can't sit and watch the Celtics without getting, I think, like secondhand anxiety or something, especially if they're like gonna win. I think because he's just so hyped up and excited about it that like he can't watch the game. Like he'll need to switch the channel between that and something else and then like watch the game in spurts or something. I was there when they were doing it one time. It was quite a sight to see. But I'm a hockey person, and when I say that, I mean if hockey is on, I will be interested in the score. I may not sit and watch it, but I do have some care about hockey. Football? No. Even if the Patriots were in this Super Bowl this year, I probably wouldn't really care either, even though they're like my home team. I'm a hockey person. My dad is a huge hockey person. He played, I think, like junior league or something. He loves the Bruins. I've not been to a Bruins game. I went to like a couple of local hockey team games when I was younger, but I've never been to a Bruins one. My dad used to go a lot when I was younger. My mother, the company that she worked for, because she was a team manager, the attorneys and lawyers or something that she worked with, she used to work in insurance. The attorneys and lawyers or somebody like used to give her box seats for Bruins games or something. I don't know. So my dad would go, and usually he would take one of his friends or one of my uncles or whatever. And because it was like the luxury box, it was like they had food and whatever you wanted basically, and you could sit in comfort and watch the game. And he went a few times, not with the box seats, just like in general with like his friends or whatever, just to like go. Because I didn't live, when I lived in Massachusetts, I didn't live like that far from Boston. We were about like a half-hour drive out-ish. And I'm hoping to move back up there soon. Right now I'm in the southern part of the country-ish, like kind of where the mid-Atlantic meets the south in Virginia. It's not for me. No shade to people who live here. It's just not necessarily somewhere that I want to put down roots in. I moved here because my parents moved here, and at this point right now I'm still living with them because the housing market is ridiculous everywhere, but I didn't really have a choice, and they are going to move back up north, and I am also going to move back up north, and it's going to be a great time. Anyway, regardless of all of that, we're here doing Happy Home Paradise. I redid my house in this game. I wanted to make it look like a cozy cabin. Also, you haven't seen this, but I took out every single piece of furniture in my house in this game. I put the walls and floors back to the default because we're going to start from a completely blank slate. Something else too that I did off camera was I went around and I picked up every single item that I had placed outside on this island. I picked them up to get rid of them. I tossed and sold most of it. Some of the things I kept in my storage, like the festive decorations, the ornament stuff and whatever. Most of it I sold or threw in the bin because I just didn't want it there anymore. And since we unlocked terraforming, we're going to flatten everything, meaning that next time we're going to get rid of all of the natural occurrences like the trees, shrubs, flowers, and rocks. We're going to work from a completely blank slate. Have I sat down to start filming that yet? Absolutely not. But don't worry, we're going to do that very soon. I can't remember which video I talked about this in. I know it was a recent one that I recorded, but I finished the second book in that Face on the Milk Carton series, the Janie Johnson series, whatever it's called. And I'm now reading the third one, The Voice on the Radio. So far, it's good. It's not quite as interesting, in my opinion, as the first two, but I think that's just because there's too much head hopping and it's kind of like hard to keep keep straight at some points. Not necessarily head hopping per se. Everything is told in third person, but there's a lot of moving around. And there's a bigger focus on her boyfriend because he is kind of like the star of the show in this one. He has a radio show on his college campus and he goes to college in Boston at a fake school, which is really fun. But if you guys are interested in reading this series, highly recommend it. I think I said last time I started reading it when I was in like late middle school, early high school or something. I can't remember. The books came out in the 90s and they're set in the 90s and they're really good. You can get them through probably your local library if you use Libby for like e-reading or whatever. They're not on Kindle Unlimited, but I really like them so far. I mean, considering that I liked the first book and I read it a million years ago and now I'm reading the third book in this 5-book series. There is I think a shorter novella set between books 4 and 5. According to my Libby app, at least one does exist, and according to Goodreads, but I don't know if I'm going to read that one. I don't know if it's necessary. It might be. I haven't looked into it yet. Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well if you're watching the Super Bowl, or if you did watch it, I guess, because this video is going out in like a week. If you enjoyed the Super Bowl, and what are you guys playing, if anything, for games? I talked about this recently too, but I don't remember what I exactly said. I did get a PC. I ordered it, actually. I know I went through the whole thing about Build Redux, but I ordered a PC from not Build Redux. And I think I said that I was going to get an AMD chip, like a PC with an AMD processor. I decided against it. After doing more research, I'm going with an Intel. It's a 14th generation Intel processor. It's the 14700F chip, which I know like the KF one is better. I think I may potentially be able to replace the F chip with the KF at some point. I don't know. I haven't quite looked into doing that, but I heard that even though the AMD chip is good, the one that I was considering, the Intel chips in general have like snappier load times, and I think one of them can handle better processes when it comes to multi-threaded processes. I think that it's Intel. I can't remember, but I am looking forward to actually getting it because I'm gonna start playing The Sims again. I grew up on The Sims. I had a whole spiel I talked about in a previous video about The Sims and my love for The Sims, and I want to bring that love to this channel. I'm not gonna stop doing Animal Crossing videos. I haven't quite decided what exactly my schedule is gonna be for this, like if I'm gonna continue doing Monday, Wednesday, Friday, or if I'm going to maybe add a video, like do a Saturday video or a video during the week, like on a Tuesday or Thursday, or have 2 videos in one day. Probably not that, but I love The Sims. I don't know if I want to replace an Animal Crossing video with some Sims content. I've kind of been doing that here and there. Instead of posting an Animal Crossing video, I'll post like a Hello Kitty Island Adventure video or something else, but I think I'm kind of like exhausted myself with doing Happy Home Paradise builds. So I think that I'm going to keep Wednesday open for like anything goes, and then Monday and Friday can be like more stuff on Kringle and general Animal Crossing content, or I'm just going to do it where I see fit. I, however, am not sick of redoing villager houses on my islands. I actually just got Rolf's photo on my main island, so then when I move out him or Hans or Flurry with an amiibo, I'm going to redo that villager's house or just wait for them to move out naturally. I haven't decided what I'm going to do because I haven't really been playing a whole lot on my main island other than trying to like get to the greatest of all time designer promotion as quickly as possible. I found a Reddit post somewhere that outlines kind of like how you can do it. I think that in reality, I just need to do more vacation homes. And honestly, because I've been doing so many of them, I'm kind of getting sick of doing the same old thing. I think that part of it too is that I don't branch out when I build stuff. I kind of stick to the same styles, and I need to do more research, like more reference photos and things like that. But we're going to focus on Kringle. I don't really know what I want to do for a layout. Again, I need to look at reference photos, but we will figure it out. It's going to be like a cozy winter place with cabins. That's all I've got so far. I hope you guys will enjoy the finished product because I know that I will. Anyway, another exciting thing that I realized I never mentioned, I got a new monitor. You guys cannot tell the difference, but I can. It's wonderful. It's an LG. It's a 24-inch. It's like their Ultra Gear gaming whatever. The only thing I dislike about it is the stand that it's on. It has one of those stands that's like the wide arms on it. it. I'm gonna try and see if I can get a different stand to put it on, but I don't know if I'm gonna be able to find anything that's like super compatible. I've found mounts for like the desk, but I don't think a desk mount will work on my desk because my desk has like a back to it, and the space that is on like the back lip of the desk, I don't think that it is deep enough to hold a mount that well. I really doubt it could hold a whole monitor. I just have two 24-inch ones. I have the LG one that I got, and I have the other one that I had been using previously as my gaming monitor, but I'm going to use that as like my regular one for my PC and have like a dual monitor setup. In the future, I think I would like to get the curved Samsung one that everybody has, but not right now. I think that it's too much money and I just don't really want to spend that right now. And also I feel like I would have to reconfigure my entire setup, and I just don't want to do that because I already have to kind of do that as it is. Thank you guys so much for watching though. I really hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments, feedback, and suggestions down below, and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.